Right before I hop into this video, I just want to mention when I start talking about the next water update, I keep saying it's Monday. It is Sunday. So anytime I say Monday for the next water level, just keep in mind I actually mean Sunday. And I've got a can in the description set. But yeah, without further ado, I'll roll the rest of the video. Everyone's Kanga here, and today I've got another video on the water level changes in Fortnite. The timestamps I've got up on screen now for when I actually go in-game in a little bit and go to specific locations such as Slurpy Swamp and Sweaty Sands, and a few others you can see there. But yeah, up on screen now, I've got the new map on the left and the old map on the right. The two biggest changes I can see already, it looks like around Slurpy, the roads there are a bit more, and the islands are actually coming up out of the water now. We can also see Sweaty Sands is completely out of the water except for the shoreline, but that's always been underwater for the most part. I mean, it is a shoreline after all. And I can't tell if that's the Spaceship up northeast of Craggy. That little island on the right, that could be it, but again, we'll get in game in a second here and look. I've also got up on screen now. This is obviously all grey, but this is supposedly what the map would look like on, I think, August 1st. So on Monday, the map will be something like this. I've actually got a countdown in the description of the video. It should be the first link. If you click on that, it'll tell you exactly how long until the water level drops in your time. Exactly when I upload this, it'll be like a day and 23 more hours. So if you're Australian like me, it'll be roughly 5 PM on Monday, and if you're American, it'll be 5 AM Eastern Standard Time on the Monday. But either way, you can go to that link and it'll tell you. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's head into the actual game now and take a look at some of these changes. Alright, so I'm in game now, and probably the biggest change that I didn't actually notice on the map somehow, the other half of Rig is just gone. It's completely left us. There used to be another half of Rig over here, had some trees in a circle, had some corn, had a pretty big tower as well, sort of like that, without the launch pad and supply drop in the vault there. But yeah, the other rig is just gone. So if you landed there, that's unlucky. Booger cup in 2 hours, by the way. So good luck finding a new solid drop for that. So yeah, you can see a lot of the different huts and houses in this area sort of coming out now. You can see how Rickety Rig is going to be connected to the rest of the land. I would imagine, but I'm not entirely sure. I would imagine that the like grass and stuff that Rig is held up by will start to look more like this rather than all the dirt and trash and stuff in it. As you'll see over at Sweaty Sands soon. But yeah, now moving on over to Slurpy. It was like most of it was completely above water last time, except for like that little underground part there. As you can see here now, all of it is above water, as well as like it's actually sitting on a piece of land now, rather than looking like it's just sitting underwater. So yeah, it doesn't quite look like the actual slurp water is back yet, like the water that you could sit in and get health from. Obviously there's still those two big canisters inside there that are now working again. But like for example, this spot down here, where you should be able to sit there and get health from that little pipe, it doesn't seem like that's back, at the very least this week. Whether that will be back in future, I'm not too sure. But yeah, as you can see in this whole area around here, there's a lot more general islands and stuff starting to come out, and if you look on the map, you can see that in a lot more detail, that the river is still going to be the exact same shape as it was originally. Again, one thing to keep in mind for the rest of this video, the parts of the water that have like all the white, I don't really know how to describe it, you can see like the water that has the white particles and stuff in it, that's going to be gone next week, or in this case in 3 days on Monday, that countdown that I mentioned earlier. All the stuff that's in white will be gone, and as you can see here, pretty much the only water going to be left is where the rivers used to be. So maybe we will see that slurp water coming back, but the river at Weeping is now nearly back to normal, or at least on the inside it is. From Slurpy, it's still a little bit flooded, but that'll be back to normal shortly. I'll go check over the authority. I doubt anything has changed, but just in case, if anything does change here, it'll likely be on Monday, as it's going to be the final stage or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything, not even trees, because when the water and stuff was falling around here, they're adding in trees and stuff, but it doesn't even look like they've done that this time. So it doesn't appear to be any changes there. Now we already know that there's nothing up in this area because that all cleared up last week. However, the area that has changed back to normal a lot is Sweaty Sands. You can still see that like some of the wide areas of the water here, for example like this river, will become a little bit shallower on Monday. It might even still be a little bit flooded even when the map goes back to normal, or the lowest water level that there is. But as you can see here, Sweaty is now like not sitting on those like platforms anymore that Pleasant used to be on. No crash pads, none of that junk out in the middle, none of that nonsense. it's completely back to normal. The beach is actually a beach now. It doesn't have all like the trash islands or the dirt or whatever you want to call it there anymore, like it is over at Rig. So yeah, it's not really too much to say about here, too much to look at. If you did know what Sweaty looked like before the season, this is what it looks like. I believe that gas station is new. I will quickly hop down and check this. It actually looks very similar to the gas station at Caddy Corner. I doubt it'll have the henchman chest or anything, but it's definitely got the same structure. It's got some slurp barrels in there as well, so I guess that's a nice addition to Sweaty Sense here. So yeah, all the water down here is gone now. Cars don't appear to be out yet. I imagine they will be in next week's update. Obviously this is just a guess, it's nothing that I know that anyone else doesn't, but I would guess in the actual content update next Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever that is, that will be when the cars come out, because the water will be at its lowest, all the roads will be back, and it'll be the perfect time to release cars. Now this is the Atlantis area. It's not in the map yet, but you can definitely see this like crater area. There's 100% going to be something new coming up here, which will once again be on Monday. But yeah, like that Plainsight Island is back and all that. The shark is pretty much back to how it was as far as the water level goes. Actually, never mind, not quite. This still, because that used to be a bit above water. But a lot more chests there compared to last week. Still a little bit flooded, and obviously going to have a very different shape to what it used to. Now this island hasn't changed at all. I was expecting that to like go out of the water, but it doesn't seem like it has. You can see though under me here, like this, that little port area. It's going to be out of the water again, as you can tell with the white solid particles. This whole area here is going to back to how it was. You can even see here, this is almost like a teaser of the Atlantis Crater. That wasn't there before. You can see that it's leading into like a hole in the ground. And if I remember to, I'll actually include me like running around the replay file after this. If I do that, I'll have a time to up on screen now for it, so you can go straight to there. Because in the replay file, you can see there's actually like a massive crater down there, for where Atlantis will sit on Monday. So this area now near the yacht, all this water here is going to be going away. I'm just trying to like include everywhere that's going to be back on Monday, as well as obviously show it how it looks on Monday, since people are always asking like what's going to change next time or when is it next time. This white area shows you what is actually happening next time. But now here's what I'm here for. I don't know what that is, or if that was there last time, or if that's just shadows or what, but this spaceship is something's happening. I don't know what. If there is henchmen or anything here, they're not going to show up because I'm in a battle lab, but there's definitely something here. Whether this is going to be more of a storyline thing or a different mythic POI, I've got no idea. But the spaceship of Craggy is now, I mean, you can't really, it's technically above water. You can see right there it's above water, but it'll actually be fully here next week. I'll go out of the water now so you can see the white area that I was talking about. So it's just a kind of little sand island type thing. Most of it's going to be underwater by the looks of it. But this pier, or not a pier, like the pinnacle area here is going to be back. And you can see the spaceship will just be under the water. It doesn't seem like enough area to be like a POI with a mythic boss or henchman like some people were talking about, as far as I'm concerned. But there is going to be potentially something new there next Monday. And this thing on the side of the mountain, if any of you are wondering, is for a challenge. It's going to be something called like find the missing part of the spaceship or something. I'm pretty sure that's going to be out there. But once again, once that challenge is fully out, I'll have a video out regarding that. It looks like that's pretty much going to be it. Actually, no, this is new. In this little pier area next to Slurpy, there's a new little, I don't even know what to call this yet, I can't quite tell. But this wasn't here last week. I guess it's some sort of like boat area. It's not quite a pier, but it's somewhere where boats definitely, I guess it's something for fishing with all the nets there, and it actually is quite a lot of fishing spots. So this area is actually new. I'm not sure why that hasn't been there in the past few weeks. But as you can see there next to Slurpy, there's that little fishing pier area, I guess. I'll continue up on here now, just in case there are other places like that that have popped up that I'm not aware of or didn't see on the map. But as you can see here, this river last week, or last water update, was completely, not completely flooded, but it was a bit higher, and now it's gone back to how it was last season. So this whole area between like Frenzy and Dirty and stuff, yeah, it does look like that's going to be how it sits for now. That whirlpool that used to be there, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that whirlpool's gone now. And I think the same can be said for the one, yeah, there's no whirlpool even here next to Dirty anymore. So a lot of the whirlpools have gone. The ones that may remain, you can even see here, these two here, these have gone as well, I think. Maybe that's a whirlpool. But you can see that whirlpool there, still there. Obviously you got the massive one up there, another two there.
one there, but like the one in the center island here, the ones that were in areas that are now rivers, those are completely gone. So I think we're left with only like 4 or 5 whirlpools around the map now. You can see kind of little Easter egg there. You've got that truck in the shape of a man, kind of. That's been there since the last chapter, and it's cool to see that I've continued out to this one. Well, it does appear to be kind of dead, so that's not good. But yeah, this whole shoreline next to Daddy is going to be reducing soon. And yeah, I'll probably just head on down to Camp Cod now, as I normally wrap up the videos there. So yeah, I'll head down there in a second, and then after that, just with no talking, I'll just have me running around in the Atlantis whole crater area. Quickly point out there is no whirlpool here anymore. As all, I don't even want to call this area. I pointed out before, there's no whirlpool anymore, and it's back to that little, I guess, shipwreck area that it was. And you can even see we're actually coming across Camp Cod now, so I'll just start wrapping it up here. It looks like this whirlpool might still be here next to Camp Cod. It definitely isn't on the map, so that isn't a good sign. And yeah, I think this one is gone as well, unfortunately. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you found it useful, please leave a like and subscribe, as it helps out the channel a lot. And obviously after this, I'll have the clip of the hole where Atlantis is. I don't think there'll be any like buildings or anything there, but you can see it's a massive crater. But yeah, I'll just roll that clip now.